here we have a test clip of what it sounds like in a medium-sized room with some windows open and some background noise speaking into the iPhone. The audio is not wonderful. It sounds like cell phone audio. So what we're going to do is we're going to add on this little device right here. This is the Fostex AR-4i, and did a bit of research, and it looks like this is pretty much the best audio interface for the iPhone that's out there. Only fits the iPhone 4 and 4S. I'm sure they'll release one for the iPhone 5 soon. But what it is a basically a case. It's got a dock connector in there. It's got, you can see I've attached a GorillaPod to it, so it has a 1/4-inch threaded spot for a tripod connection. So I'm using the GorillaPod. It's got a headphone jack on the bottom. Not sure if you can see that. And it has these two microphones on top. So I'm showing you those right now. It's got these plug in and plug out. There's standard mini plug microphones. And what that means is that you can use those microphones for stereo input recording, or you can plug in a separate microphone. And so what I've done is I've gone ahead and gotten the lavalier, wired lavalier microphone. This is from Audio-Technica, and it is the ATTR 3350. See if I can get a decent focus on that. There it is, ATTR 3350. This is actually powered. It has a small button cell battery in it, and it plugs in with a mini plug connector just like that. So I can plug in right there and get a nice lavalier microphone that can clip onto a person's lapel, and that'll be good for interviews and just in the field recordings. And so I've got that, and we're going to see how it sounds. So now I'm speaking in the same room, but I'm speaking into the directional microphones attached to the audio interface, and they sound quite a bit better. The sound quality should be richer and much clearer. There's a little bit of noise in it, of course, but it's a very small piece of equipment, and I think it works pretty well. It seems to be peaking. One of the nice things about this is that I can actually watch the audio meters a little bit while I'm recording. I'm using the lavalier microphone attached to my shirt, and this should give me a different audio signal and allow me to operate in noisy environments with a good, clean audio pickup, and be able to do interviews and things like that. Alright, so now I'm recording on our secondary camera, which is a Kodak ZI6. I'm going to show you the process of getting footage off of the iPhone and editing it on the iPad. So the footage is on the iPhone. In order to get it onto an iPad for editing in iMovie, I use something here. It's the camera connection kit, one of the parts of the camera connection kit. It lets me plug directly into the iPad, and then I get a USB port that'll work with any digital camera, and the iPhone happens to be treated just like any other digital camera. So I can plug into the iPhone, and then the iPad knows that it's plugged into an iPhone, and it lets me import any photos I want off of the iPad. So I can just quickly scroll to the bottom and grab my most recent videos that I just recorded off of the iPhone, and I can then import those, import selected, and it will grind for a while and suck those in. And once those are in, alright, so here we are. We've imported our footage into the iPad. It's now in the camera roll on the iPad. And I've opened up iMovie. And when I'm in iMovie, I want to create a new project, not a trailer. And when I'm in here in this screen, I can, there it is, I can load up the clips I just added. Here they are. It's 4 different clips that I've taken on the iPhone, imported onto the iPad, and when I insert them onto the timeline, they show up right there, and I can preview them. Alright, so here... That was me just a few moments ago, and I'm going to go ahead and trim the beginning of this clip to the beginning right before I begin talking, and the end of the clip onto a person's lapel, and that'll be good for interviews and just in the field recordings. And so I've got that, and we're going to see how it sounds. Okay, it's a good end for that clip. Add the next clip in with the order. You'll see it inserted a transition. And we're going to see how it sounds. Okay, so it does cross dissolve by default. It's not terrible. Okay, I've definitely got to trim this clip up a bit. Where's it going to be good at? Still haven't. Trying to get the tripod steady. Okay. Alright, so that's where I want that clip to start. So I'm going to drag this trim handle all the way to the beginning. It's going to slide things in. And then... I'm speaking in this... Get it level. So you can see, you can do quite a bit of fine-tuned editing control on there, but you know, the touch interface isn't perfect. And you can show it with or without the audio waveforms. I of course like to have those turned on. You can take additional video, or you can record narration over top of the video after the fact. I'm recording this narration on the lapel mic back on the iPhone again. I'm going to import it in afterwards, and the finished video should have all of that in it. So that's how we do it. That's how these videos get produced on an iPad. That way we can travel light, don't have to bring a whole computer along, and hope it works out okay. Alright, thanks.